Words has erupted over President Trump's threat to target Iran's cultural sites. Iran's foreign minister is accusing the president of preparing to commit war crimes and again vowing revenge for Qasem Soleimani's killing. Watch.
His threats will not frighten us. But what he's showing something, he's showing to the international community that he has no respect for international law, that he is prepared to commit war crimes. We will respond proportionately, not disproportionately, because we are committed to law. We are law-abiding people. We're not lawless like President Trump.
However, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says every action the United States takes is legal and that the U.S. is not a threat to Persian culture. Watch.
Let me tell you who's done damage to the Persian culture. It's not the United States of America. It's the Ayatollah. If you want to look at who has denied religious freedom, if you want to know who has denied, the Persian culture is rich and steeped in history and intellect, and they've denied the capacity for that culture to continue.
Dr. Qanta Ahmed is a fellow with the Independent Women's Forum and a Muslim scholar. We're happy to have her on the program for the very first time. You were nodding as our Secretary of State was speaking there. Why?
Well, first of all, the irony of Javed Zarif talking about Iran being law-abiding when we know it has continually violated international law for 4 decades. Since the Iranian Revolution, they took American hostages. They have perpetrated the killing of over 280 soldiers in Beirut. They've done political assassinations, kidnapping, birthed Hezbollah, controlled Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and Iraq. So it's laughable that they speak to us about international law.
That's a lot of rich detail on the history of the Quds Force, if you will. Talk to me about this particular general and where you think we're going next, because the rhetoric has gotten hot, and then we'll get to the cultural sites.
Yes, to be fair, the president's rhetoric was unhelpful. Senator Lindsey Graham actually said that today. And the United States does not target cultural icons like ISIS or the Taliban or even the Iranian regime itself, which has oppressed cultural expression in many ways. But what's coming next, I think the focus needs to be elsewhere. I'm much more worried about the potential collaboration of the Iranian army, Iranian militia that are funded by Iran, that includes Muqtada al-Sadr's Mahdi army. On Friday, he announced that he is reassembling that army that committed lethal atrocities against the United States from 2003 to 2008, a bloody militia, and the unity of that with the Iraqi armed forces that are non-Kurdish. There could be an amalgam of 3 armies coming together to strike back at the United States regionally, and Iran's capability through Hezbollah and other militia internationally is to be very seriously taken.
Talk to me about the street, because when you see those images on the streets of Iran with I've read as many as 2 million. We have no way to verify that, but the crowds are enormous. And people are chanting death to America and that they, miss Soleimani and they're revering him, so on and so forth. What is the truth about the people of Iran, how they feel about America and how they felt about Soleimani?
So the truth is that the critics, who will surely be elated at the death of Qasem Soleimani, do not get voice. If they get voice here in the West, their families are punished, imprisoned, or worse, inside Iran. Protesters who were protesting the Iranian regime itself before this event have been executed by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Certainly those crowds are in the order of millions. It's a mass event. We've had a stampede today during the funeral. They couldn't even bury Qasem Soleimani because vehicles couldn't get through. So that's true. But that speaks to the culture of martyrdom, reverence that Shia Islamism and Sunni Islamism has.
Dr. Ahmed, I will bring you back. Great conversation with you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching out.